Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Tom Worth Jr. Kind of an eventful day today. Not a ton on the Ukraine front. More support for Zelensky from European allies, none from the U.S. From the U.S., we've got calls for him to step down, to resign, threats to withhold any future aid, any current aid. Par for the course, in other words. Vance is back from skiing. Trump returned from a triumphant weekend of golf to Mar-a-Lago to a hero's welcome. Resounding approval from MAGA World for the actions that took place on Friday, the hit job on Zelensky. But today, it's a Monday, we turn to economic news. He is supposedly still going through with the tariff threats against Canada and Mexico, 25% starting tomorrow, doubling the tariffs on China that have been in place. This will, of course, make everything more expensive to the delight of his followers. Everything in every walk of life will get more expensive because of Donald Trump. We're not exactly sure why he's doing these tariffs. Mexico has provided many more troops. They're seizing more drugs. Canada, there's really no drugs to speak of coming across anyway, but they've done everything they can. Don't know. Only Trump knows why he is enacting these tariffs. When you look at the lens of, does this make Vladimir Putin happy? Every single action Trump and Elon Musk are taking, does this make Vladimir Putin happy? Does it make Vladimir Putin happy that Trump is going all in on cryptocurrency? Russia, of course, we have all the economic sanctions on, not just with the U.S., but with all of our European allies and a lot of Asian countries as well, not China, of course. If you have cryptocurrency that's not traceable, you can get around things, you can buy things, and that helps Russia. It helps Russia's economy. It helps Russia's black market economy. So this is why Trump's been embracing crypto. He used to be against crypto. But the Treasury Secretary today, Trump retweeted this morning. They announced that they are not going to enforce the law that is in place to be prosecuting black market dealings, terrorist financing, money laundering. There is a specific law that went into effect, I think it was during the Biden administration, to really crack down on these illicit activities, the kinds of things that Russia would be involved in, trying to get money out of the economy when they have these sanctions against them. The Treasury of the United States will not be enforcing this law that the United States Congress passed. Okay. I guess we are even more lawless now. What else is Trump doing? Elon Musk is trying to posit the case that Social Security is a Ponzi scheme. Why would he say that? Why would he lay that groundwork? Because he wants to do what? Because he wants to bolster Social Security? Because he wants to figure out how to make it better, or how to have it work better for Americans? When you call something a Ponzi scheme, does that sound like something you're trying to improve, or something that you're trying to do away with? That's Social Security. That's Elon Musk. A great day on economics all around. We had the Dow down. We had the S&P 500 down. Its worst day since December, month before Trump took office. And as far as the NASDAQ goes, the tech-heavy NASDAQ, the NASDAQ has now erased all of its gains since Election Day. So 4 months worth of gains are now gone directly because of Trump's policies and actions. Measles in Texas. RFK Jr.'s top spokesperson at the Health and Human Services resigned because they have conflicts over how to deal with the measles outbreak in Texas. We have had at least one death here, the first measles death in the United States in a very, very, very long time. Only a month after not even a month after RFK Jr. takes over and advises everyone not to get vaccinated. Measles are not a disease anyone in the United States should ever die from, and they hadn't in a very long time until RFK Jr. took over, just a few weeks after he took over. What more evidence do we need? I don't know. But it's a big Monday, and it's going to get real crazy tomorrow. The reason that the market's been tanking and really tanked huge today is because it looks like these tariffs against our two neighbors, Canada and Mexico, are actually going into effect. Canada is not going to back down. Mexico doesn't want to back down. It has no choice. Canada kind of has a choice. They have European allies. They have the huge European market. They have Asian markets for their raw materials. So I think Canada will be just fine. Mexico, not so much. We may see Mexico cave, but I don't see how they could. They were ordered to have just a ridiculous amount of troops, and they mobilized troops to the border to combat whatever, immigration, drugs, I don't know. We've got a problem on the southern border, but they are working to fix it. I don't know. Even when Trump actually, even on the rare occasion, like I could say Trump playing hardball with Mexico on trying to crack down on some drugs coming across the border and cracking down on cartels, that actually is having an effect. That may be, to my mind, the only thing in the entire world of all of his terrible ideas and plans and actions have actually had some sort of positive impact on getting another country to do something that is useful for your country. Not to you personally, but for your country. Other things like Trump has finally gotten NATO to step up and contribute more money. I mean, that's like, there's so many comparisons. That's like someone smashing my window right now in my house and saying, oh, someone finally got Tom to replace his window and get a new window. That's not, you don't do these massively destructive activities that Trump is doing, and then another entity is forced to do something that doesn't make any sense and claim that as a victory. You're weakening the global alliance of the free world, of democracies around the world. You are obliterating them. You're leaving them in a shambles. For what? For them spending a few $1 billion more on weapons and them having their own homegrown defense industry, which harms America. It doesn't help America. Now, I actually don't care. I like a diverse economy. I never think everyone should depend on America for everything any more than I think America should depend on China for everything. Countries need to have their own industries, their own workforces, their own government, their own economies, and keep things local if you can, if it makes sense. And there's a lot of cases where it doesn't. But I like a diverse economy. But Trump just going all in with Putin on every single thing. If you look at every single action he takes, every single word he says, every alliance he abandons, does that make Vladimir Putin happier? Does it make him smile? It does. Every single instance. If you want to say none of this chaos makes sense, I don't understand why he would do this. I don't understand. Gosh, what is he thinking? Do you think that no, that none of it makes sense other than the lens of Vladimir Putin making him happy. Then it all makes sense. Every single bit of it. And hopefully I have clarified that. I've seen some of the MAGA people jumping back into the comments lately with some of the wider distributed videos, and I kind of I forgot what that was like. Hopefully, some of you are seeing this, and I'm making a little bit of sense for you, just giving you a little different way to look at things. There is the way that most rational people look at things, but you guys don't for some reason. So, I will give you a little hint to crack the code. Does it make Putin happy? And the answer is always yes. And then you have to ask yourself. I saw a poll today that more Americans are more supportive of a relationship with Russia. Less Americans view Russia as the enemy than before Trump was president, right? Because Trump's it's going on 10 years now, the propaganda, the pro-Putin propaganda in the United States. It's a 10-year propaganda effort on Trump's part with Fox News. They have single-handedly turned the United States, like by this poll, just over half of the United States doesn't consider Russia an enemy anymore, where it used to be like 30% or something didn't consider Russia an enemy. But now 54% by this poll. I think that was the number. Propaganda takes a long time. In this case, 10 years. But if it is relentless, it is sustained, all the things that Trump and Fox News are, then it has a positive effect. And when you see people like Marco Rubio and Lindsey Graham, what they used to say about Donald Trump and about Vladimir Putin, and now they don't. Now they say the exact opposite. They say the exact same thing that every Trump ally is ordered to say. What do MAGA people think? Do you think that Putin has somehow changed and become better with his invasion of Ukraine and killing of hundreds of thousands of innocent people, and just massacring a whole country and its infrastructure? Is that a better version of Putin that you don't think should be our enemy now? Do you think that Lindsey Graham has changed his mind, or Marco Rubio has changed their mind? Like, why? Why would they say these things about Putin before, and Putin hasn't changed at all, but suddenly they say the exact opposite of that? Why would they praise Zelensky as a hero? And in Lindsey Graham's case, just weeks ago, as a hero. And now they're saying he must resign. He is the problem. What did Zelensky do that's different than what he's been doing for the last 3 years? Absolutely nothing. All that has changed is Trump has ordered them to be more aggressive and more outspoken about being an enemy of Zelensky and an ally of Putin. That's all that's changed. Putin hasn't changed. Zelensky hasn't changed. The only thing that's changed is what Trump is more vigorously ordering these people to do. He's not seeing enough out of Rubio. He needs to see more out of him, just like Vance. He's not seeing enough out of Lindsey. So they fall right into line. That's what makes this a really tough situation. But Zelensky's not folding. Europe's not folding. Canada is certainly not folding. And that gives us hope. That gives us encouragement. In the face of the longest odds, we still have good people out there who are fighting the fight and not abandoning allies. So looking for that to continue, wondering what tomorrow will hold. Will he call off the tariffs yet again? He reinforced this afternoon that he would not, but anything can happen with Trump. And it's not strategic. It's not anything. It's just a lunatic being a lunatic, and that's what we're left with right now. Hope you all have a good evening tonight, and we will talk tomorrow. See ya. Bye.